Hey, what's going on? I'm talking about real quick, peristalsis, right? Peristalsis peristalsis is a movement like wave action dealing with your esophagus all the way to the other end, which comes out of the penis, the vagina, or the anus. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is because here's your mouth, right? Forgive my drawing right now. Here's your mouth, right? And here's the esophagus. The food goes in there, right? Here's the esophagus. Here's the stomach, right? The stomach also has a peristalsis wave-like motion, which gets the food to come down the head. The esophagus has it, then into the stomach, which has a wave-like movement as well, which goes into what? The small intestinal tract. All right. Let's act like that's a whole bunch of intestinals, right? Intestinal tract, I mean, goes and then that the small intestinal tract goes into the large intestinal tract. Boom. This side comes around over here, right? The big one, and then it comes out, and then it excretes from the body, right? But in in this wave-like motion, calcium is important for contraction. Now, when we go to the gym, when we work out, we're always focused on the actual muscle itself. But we are forgetting one thing. And as a matter of fact, we're not forgetting one thing. We have not been taught directly what's important first before actually going to the gym to get proper muscle contraction. A lot of this in here, wave-like motion, this peristalsis movement, is contraction. These are muscles inside the body. So this is why as we get older, if we're not aware that calcium, we lose calcium plays an important role for muscle contraction. Moving food into the stomach, like a wave-like motion, like waves, into the intestinal tract, into the large intestinal tract, and then out the body. And then when your anus opens up and closes, that's peristalsis. When your penis is flaccid and then it comes up, right, strongly, that's a form of peristalsis. And then when the vagina is doing the wave-like motion, or when she's letting go and urinating or having a child, contractions, that's peristalsis. It's a wave-like motion on any given level within the body where the muscle has to close in and then open back up. It's a contraction. It's contracting. Now, going forward, every time that you have a wave-like motion, a peristalsis movement, you lose calcium. Oh, this is why nutrition is important. This is why the general mass public says, okay, I'm taking my vitamins, but why isn't it working? Well, you have had probably over 10, 15, 20 years of not being consistent with a particular nutrient to keep the metabolism working optimally. And optimally doesn't necessarily mean fast. It means efficiently. Okay? So calm down. So going further, this is why vegetarians and vegans who are healthy, Vaughn, stay calm. Vegans and vegetarians who are healthy, who have slim stomach and shiny skin, and they're very like, you look at them and they're just like small waist, and the body's well put together. That's because the nutrients are at a bioavailability. Say it with me, bioavailability, which means that it is alive and it slips in and out of the cell efficiently. But that does not necessarily mean that you're actually getting enough of the actual nutrients needed to continuously build the body from inside out. So now this is your shoulders, right? This is your neck. This is the traps, right? It's the collarbone, right? This is your chest muscles, right? This is your abs. This is your waist. This is your legs. This is your arms. Right? So now we so focused on muscle that we haven't even got enough calcium to work the intestinal tract inside, that the muscles out here don't get enough calcium, so your muscular development becomes slow. Peristalsis. So if you get enough calcium, I'm not going to tell you the amount because you're not going to run from this video talking about, oh, well, you told me to take this amount and then you go catch a heart attack. Because you can't catch a heart attack with too much calcium. And not enough other nutrients. But now calcium is important for the entire development of the body. It is what causes the cell to open and close. One of them. But calcium is also important because every movement that you make, every walking movement, standing, sitting, the spine releases calcium ions just for you to move. Isn't that crazy? So you don't necessarily need to go to the gym to contract the muscle. Contraction means that when something closes and opens and allows you, the particular muscle group or organ, to move in a wave-like motion. You ever woke up and felt stiff? Like I just feel so stiff. You don't have enough calcium. It's interesting, right? Excuse me. It's interesting. So now, for better, proper muscular development, calcium is important. I'll stop right there. Jesus Christ.